Bam. Huh? Well, a little bass. Well, bass like crappie baits too. Bam. Alright guys, I'm gonna tell you something, buddy. It's a tough morning. I've caught a bass. I found some sunfish, some kind of brim or something. Pretty easy. And I have found, this is the third place I've been and the first fish, if that tells you anything. And there's fish everywhere I've been. Just couldn't get them to bite me. All right, guys, I cut the camera off because I knew it was going to be a minute. I don't want y'all have to watch me spend all my time getting the fish off. All right. That cannot be a crappie. I hope it is. Wow. Wow, that ain't a crappie. Wow. Wow. All right, guys, we're still in it. Still got him. He's got me. I think he's got me. Oh my goodness. 2 pound test, guys. What can you do with 2 pound test? I didn't know they still made bass this big. Did y'all? Look at a little crappie bait in his mouth. Hey guys. Bam. I'd say he was 5.5 in that area. Feel pretty heavy. Wow. I don't know how big his fish is, but he took drag. Oops, come here. I think he was just that mean. I think he was just that mean. Bam. Did you come off? You certainly did. Guys, I don't think he did. I think it's... I got him. I'm going to tell you, guys. There you go. I am mixed bag fishing today. That's a nice fish, though. Don't go back and tell your buddies. That is mine dust and LC shad. Now, I talked about mine dust and LC shad back in July. Guys, I hadn't fished for 3 weeks. And I talked about it then. And I said that's one of the new colors I was going to add. I added banana pepper a while back and a couple things. It takes time to add new colors, guys. And I told you I'm going to sell out of the stingers, so I'm using those and some too, trying to show you that they catch fish. We're going to weed those out as color sell out in those, and some of y'all have been buying them. Because here shortly, I'm going to put them on sale, okay? Now this video is going to air tomorrow. Today's Thursday. Because I don't have one for tomorrow. I've been doing other stuff on my house and some other stuff that you're going to see. I got a video coming up on that, and I'll probably load it tomorrow's Friday. I'll probably load it next Wednesday, on some stuff that's been going on. And probably in this video, y'all gonna see a glimpse of it, and you're gonna go like, what? Well, you ain't gonna know what until next Wednesday, okay? Because I gotta finish. I got a lot of editing to do. I told you I've been painting on my house. I got it done, but I got about 2 hours to do. Main thing is I gotta go to the paint store and buy 1 more gallon of paint for the foundation, for the second coat. That's all I gotta do on the back side. So hey, and I'll show you a picture of that. in the video. All right? But right now, here's what we'll talk about. People have been commenting to me, man, the fish, especially local people and people in the general area, a couple states maybe, fishing is tough right now. And I've been saying, yeah, we're in the dog days of summer. The end of summer always gets tough. I don't care what you're fishing for. All right? Now you're going to see in this video, I caught a nice bass under a dock. I've caught more bass today than I have crappie so far. So let's see if we can come up with, now it was really cloudy earlier. That didn't help at all, okay? It was real windy this morning. All right, I fished this morning. It was kind of rough. I quit. I had to go somewhere, guys. So I had to come in early. So I'm back out in the afternoon, okay? And my wife and I went, and then we went and ate down in North Carolina. It's this little restaurant. It's only open during the week. She wanted to go down there while I was out, so we went down there. Of course, it ain't far, guys. When I say down there, it's only on the other side of the lake. As a crow flies, it's only about probably 4 or 5 miles from here. But we had to go around the lake and hit the interstate and go up. So it was about 7, 8 miles. And we went over there and ate. We come back and I rested a few minutes. And I was waiting for the sun to come out and told the wife, I said, maybe it'll be better this evening once the sun gets out. So it was really cloudy this morning. When it's cloudy, these crappie are going to roam open water more. They're going to get on stumps and stuff like that. I didn't have time. It takes time to find fish on stumps. You don't know what stumps you're going to use. You got to go to a stumpy area and just start looking. All right? I can tell you right now, the stumps scattered all the way up through here, and I am going to check them. All right? But once the sun comes out like it has now, it pushes them. This is an old bridge. It'll push them on the bridge. It'll push them to docks because they want to get out of the sun. They are feeding a lot at night. I think they know fall's coming. The days are getting shorter. The sun has changed its angle, right? Why does a buck's velvet come off? Why does it start growing horns in the spring? Okay, people have talked about that for years, and most of it is the angle of the sun and the moon, its phases and stuff like that change things. So I'm not a specialist on all that, but they know fall's coming, don't they? All right. Now I don't know about y'all where y'all live. Here, the leaves have already started coming off. Now you can see there's leaves on the tree, but they're already starting to fall off. I've been blowing my driveway off. If y'all seen in videos, this blacktop, I've been blowing it off almost every other day, and sometimes there's a lot of leaves on it. All right, and I think some of that too is we've been pretty dry. All right, and it seems like in the fall that starts happening. Around September they start losing a few leaves here and there. You actually can see a little yellow in those trees, and we're a long ways from losing leaves, guys. Again, this is what, the 24th. We won't lose leaves here till late October, 1st November, but they'll start changing usually by sometime in September, right? Toward the end of September we start seeing some change, maybe in October. Then we get that first hard frost and it really changes. So we're going through a time change here from summer to fall. Fishing's always tough during that time change. I'm fishing multiple colors. I haven't found one color yet that works better than the rest of them. But let's continue on. I don't think this is a crappie. I'm gonna tell you, nope. I'm gonna tell you guys, it's tough. That's a nice one though. This is probably the toughest fishing day I've had this year for sure. I caught more fish in January and February. I was telling my wife at lunch, I said, I've done better in January and February. I was catching 15, 20 a day, you know, when everybody's hauling, it's tough. But like I said, I haven't been fishing for 3 weeks, and I've been told by some locals that they seem like all they want to do is follow. And that is truth. Now I'm jumping around. I caught one off the underwater bridge. There's about 15 there, 18. I should have showed y'all the live scope. Didn't do it. I'm telling you, I'm just trying to catch fish, guys. I'm working hard. You see right here, not all those are crappie. I think a couple of those are, and that's where that sunfish came from. I think some of them are sunfish, but I do think some of them are crappie because I catch them here right often. You see it's on a drop. That's at about the bank right here for it drops is about 6 feet, but you see it drops down to 12 feet real fast. See that little bit of stuff? It's a stump right there. That's why I told you I was going to fish stumps. There's some scattered stumps up through, and it's a Christmas tree over there, and it never has much on it. It's in 16, 18 foot. So what I'm going to do now is look for individual fish, which only 2 or 3. Seem like when they're in a school that they're not interested. You might catch one, you get a couple to bump you. Very tough day. Here's these group of trees, guys. I hope I ain't making noise moving my camera, because sometimes it does. See a couple right there, look at there. You see one fish there, and it's a couple of small fish. There might be some fish. But usually I catch one here. That's it. My limit is one here. I didn't even catch that today. I did have one raised out of these double trees right there and followed me a little ways. Again, I don't know if they're crappie or not. I know some of them are some fish down there, but the size of them. But usually 2 or 3 crappie there. You would think, you see how deep it is, 17 foot. You would think that they would be loaded, wouldn't you? I've never seen a bunch of crappie here, and I've checked it probably 20 times this year, and I've never seen a bunch of crappie here. This is a place I come to check one day, and I think ought to be loaded. Ought to be 20 or 30 here, but I don't know what they don't like about it. It's on the edge of this drop. Who knows? This is some of the reason they're hard to catch. Yeah, that's shad. That's a huge school of them. You see there's no fish around them, nothing balling them. Bam. All right, guys, I miss moving around. Like I said, I'm told, like I said earlier, I'm checking stumps, and this is a piece of a post. It looked like somebody made a post and put some decoration on it. You know, maybe some cross members on it, or what would you call that? It's a man-made. All right, got him. It looks like a man-made piece of structure. Anyway. This crappie is the first crappie of today that read the same book I read about crappie fishing. He's read the book. When the bait gets close to you, they're supposed to run out and grab it. When the bait got close to him, here he come running. He called fair catch. He said, "It's mine." And he come out and grabbed it. That gets me a little bit excited anyway. That's a nice fish too, guys. Now look. This is the mealtime color. I fished with it this morning too. I do have some of those in stock on that fluke, and I got live bait in that fluke. I looked this morning before I left the house. I've got probably 15 bags of the fluke in that color. Mealtimes, good color, guys. Our water visibility right now is about 3.5 foot. That's about the best it gets here in the summertime, 3.5 to 4 foot here. I said this many a times. I'm on the river and the lake. All right, I'm almost the main channel. I can look at and see the main channel, see jet skis going down. You can go down the lake about 12, 14 miles, maybe further, and it'll get to be about 5 to 6 foot visibility. Okay, it changes a lot as it goes, as you go toward the Gaston Dam. All right, guys, school of shad. This is crappie right here below them. This is on the old bridge. I came back to the old bridge. So I'm heading in, and there's a crappie, and the school of shad just came right up on them. Bam. Wow. Wow. It's throwing a fit here now. Woohoo. Hey, wow. Yeah, I don't know if you're going to be a crappie. Yeah. Oh my goodness. What a fat one. No, I know what it is? Oh my gosh. Right here. Shellcracker. I'll take him. First one I've caught this year. Usually I catch quite a few of them. Alright. Look at that one. Woo-hoo-hoo. What a shellcracker. It's been you know what? I caught a nice bass today. And look at that shellcracker, guys. Look how fat he is. Do they spawn twice? Look at that belly on him. Guaranteed you that's from eating all those mayflies too. Alright guys, I'm gonna let him go. What I finally ended up doing, the hook went through and turned back. That's why I cut the camera off sometimes, guys. I don't want to, y'all watch me do all the digging. He may got mad. He come back to the surface and flopped. I took and cut the hook off. That's why I carry a pair of dikes with me. And the hook wouldn't, it wouldn't make that turn. That little number 8, but if it goes all the way through, and like I said before, if the head of that jig catches on his mouth, you can't make the turn, can you? So what I do is to save the fish's life, because that's a big shell cracker. He could be a monster next year. He's probably, I hate to guess what he weighs now. He was probably 14 ounces to a pound, I'm gonna guess. I took and at least, I took and cut the hook off. I just cut the hook off on the outside, went all the way through. Of course, then it fell out of his mouth then. So the bait fell off somewhere. But guys, I caught him on a little bit minnow, green pumpkin color. Now, a lot of y'all guys are buying that little bit minnow. It's 1.5 inches long. And I know that's what you're doing with it. You'll fish for shell crackers and stuff. A lot of them come, a lot of y'all from up north are ordering them. And that's what they're doing. I know I've had guys order nothing but them. They order like 6 colors in them, two bags each color. And you might be ice fishing with them too, but I think that's what you're doing with them, because most people was ordering them in March and April. So I'm sure that's what you're doing with them, because that's what I would do with them here. This year, I usually fish for shell crackers when they're bedding. This year I didn't. So I just ran out of time. All right, guys, what I'm doing also is I'm switching baits. I've got a couple rods rigged up here. Y'all notice I'm using mixed baits. I done threw the fluker a couple times. I caught the one, they started falling it. So what did I do? I went back with a bug, okay? I got a bug rigged up here on a 16th ounce head. Yeah, it's a size 8 hook, but y'all don't have any. If you don't have any little hooks, it's a size 8 hook on a 16 ounce head. He's not a very big one. He's probably 9 1/4, 9 3/8. But bam, it's our crappie. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and hit a dock. Tough as it is today, I don't know what's going to happen. So, you know, if I catch one, I'll put it in front of this. You know, I'll do that sometimes. Sometimes y'all watching video and go like, wait a minute. That's out of order. But if you listen, you hear me say, if I catch another one, I'll put it in front of this one. It's better this evening than it was this morning. This morning, and that's what this video is about, guys. How to get through a tough day. You know, I started off making a bait, but it ended up being how to get through a tough day. Sometimes you're not going to make them bite. I don't care how much live scope you got. That doesn't make any difference. I heard people make comments about the live scopes. I seen it. Y'all know y'all have on my page, but I've seen it on other people's page. See that pole? That's where I'm catching them from. See those little spots on the side of the pole? Those are fish. Yep. Now some of them are not. But I think at one time, I think had cross members on it. Does that make sense to you? I believe that's what somebody done. Because it's a dock right here. See? I think somebody put it there and it had T's on it. Now I've seen something like that on other parts of this lake. And they've done the same thing. Through time, they've rotted off. Especially if they was pine boards, and that was probably a 6x6 or 4x4 post, and it was probably salt treated. So it held in there. But it's a good idea. I mean, it works. If you take a post like that and put cross members on it, one buys, you know. Hey, and today we got this plastic lumber. I don't know if it's any good or not. I've heard folks say it don't grow algae as good, so it's not as good. So I don't know. Y'all have to check into that. But as you see, those cedar trees over to my right over here, I haven't went nowhere, guys. The cedar trees to my right over here, and it only had a couple on it, and they wouldn't pay attention to me. You've got to find some that's interested. When it's tough like this, just jump around. This morning I fished about 8 different docks, and I found fish on all of them but one, and they would just follow me. And that's what these have started doing. And that's why I switched to the bug, and I caught one on the bug. They would just follow the fluke. It's like I showed you the shad schools. They've got plenty to eat. Everything has had fry. Sunfish, all the varieties of sunfish. Crappie's had fry. I'm sure they eat their own. You know, baby catfish. Everything here has had young ones in the spring. And all that stuff now is about 1 inch, 1.5 inches, eating size. They got plenty to eat. We went through the mayfly hatch. Now they finally have quit. But for about a month, mayflies, constant. They've had plenty to eat. And I think now, with this heat, they're feeding at night, okay? And that's what a lot of it is too. They're feeding at night a lot. So when we come out during the day, they're setting them out their bellies full. Hey guys, Dennis, Fishing Lake Country. Took y'all with me on a tough day. Toughest day I've had this year. Well, I caught some fish. I made it through it. Appreciate y'all guys. Thank y'all for your comments. I've got some of the best subs on YouTube, I promise you that. See y'all next time.